right there. That's me. That's me. How's it going, guys? Token Vaping. So today's juice review is another flavor on an ongoing line that I've been extremely privileged and honored to be working with this company. They're based out of Montana, which I spent a bunch of years in. So, I love being able to support an area that I called home for a while. But I'll get to all the information about the company itself and the details about the flavor and all of that after I do the vape, just to save people the trouble of having to sit through an entire spiel before I get to the actual vape. So the company is called VanVal Vapors, and the flavor I'm doing is called I'm Not Addicted. So that's that one right there. And it is a cross between, now they say it's a cinnamon apple pie or an apple fritter. So depending on your sensitivity or your flavor style, you might get, you may taste more of one or the other depending on what you consider, the flavor profile for those. So it's basically, it's an apple pastry with, or it's an apple in pastry with cinnamon added to that. So we'll definitely check that out. It is sealed, so this is a first review, and it will be going on fresh cotton, as I always try to do for you guys. Quick shout out to USV, the United Society of Vape. They are the makers of the USV LMOD that I do use for the reviews. And I have done a review for this device. It is on my YouTube channel if you've not happened to check that out. Quick shout out to Texas Tough Cotton as well. It's my cotton of choice. I just like it a lot because it's just easy to work with and it has little to no break-in time. So it's basically a real flavorful, within a couple of vapes. So, but that link is always going to be in the comment box as well. Now, if I can just get this open, and I will attempt to do a vape for you. There we go. So this does come in a convenient little unicorn-sized bottle, and again, I will get to all of that. Oh, see, now I'm more of an apple fritter person than I am an apple pie. So smell-wise, and I don't know if it's just because that's what I was preparing for, but smell-wise, I definitely smell an apple fritter out of this. So I'll be interested to see. Now, the thing that I'm looking for right off the bat is how strong the cinnamon is going to come off in the flavor, because I'm not a huge fan of cinnamon in general. But I will be curious to see if that's going to take center stage for the flavor, or if you actually will taste, some type of apple in here with some bit of pastry as well. So that would actually be a nice, well done mix for the flavor. But as always, like I said, everybody is different. Everybody has a different sensitivity to flavors. Everybody has a different preference in what they pick out of a flavor, things like that. So we'll see here in a second. Do a quick burn on that just to get the juice started up in the cotton. And then we will get to vaping here in one short second. Okay, go ahead and cap this up. And as always, guys, I'm vaping at 75 watts. And this is I'm Not Addicted from VanVal Vapor. Okay, so I got that out of the way. That was the initial vape. I'm going to do a second drip here real fast just to make sure that what I'm tasting is everything that I should be and that I'm not missing anything. I do this just so I do not feel like I'm misinforming anybody, because I don't want somebody to watch this and then be like, well, you said this is all it tasted and I got something different out of it. So I want to make sure that I'm getting everything out of the flavor that I should be. That way, if I tell it to you, you don't feel like I missed out on something or I'm overlooking something. Okay, I'm not addicted. For me, honestly, that is basically a straight apple fritter flavor. But what I like about it is it's not as strong, or it's not as extreme on the cinnamon and the icing that you normally get on a regular fritter. You get the apple fritter taste, but it's a bit more subtle, so that you feel like you can vape on it longer without it being overly sweet or too much so that within, you know, an hour or so of vaping it, that you feel like you're vaped out on it already, because it's, you know, overpowering, and you're just like, oh my God, I feel like I just ate like 4 apple fritters. So I do like the fact that it is a bit more subtle, but you still get that apple fritter taste. It most definitely, to me, is an apple fritter. It's not super harsh. They do use Max VG on their flavors, so it's really smooth. As you saw, the clouds are really dense. No throat hit whatsoever at all. Absolutely nothing on the throat tickle, and I am a big fan of that. I do like Max VG flavors just because I am more of a cloud person, but I also like the smoothness of it without having, you know, the harshness that a lot of people will feel on lesser VG flavors when it hits your throat. So that I like. But the flavor basically hits the entire vape. You know, it doesn't feel like you have to wait till it hits or heats up. It doesn't feel like you only get it on the tail end. I mean, I pretty much taste it throughout the entire vape, and the aftertaste is most definitely, you know, similar to eating an apple fritter. So it's definitely nice. Now you can check out VanVal Vapor at vanvalvapor.com. And what I like about this company, besides, you know, convenient little portable size bottles like this, is they have a huge customization options on these. For sizes, you can go with a 17.5 milliliter, which is this size right here. So if you're not sure about a flavor but you want to try it, you know, you get a decent size like this. It's definitely going to last you, you know, a couple of days depending on how much you vape, but it's more than enough to let you try a flavor to see if you like it and you want to get a bigger size bottle. Then you can go to a 65, a 125, or a 210 milliliter size bottle. Now, the other thing that's really nice is it's not just sizes that they offer, you know, multiple choices. On nicotine, you can go with a 0, a 1.5, a 3, a 4.5, a 6, a 7.5, a 9, a 10.5, and a 12. That is a wide range to play with. So even depending on your nicotine level, even if you're trying to come down, you can actually come down a bit without feeling like you're taking too big of a drop. And then, you know, you feel like you have to vape a lot to get the same feeling because you're trying to wean yourself off the nicotine. They have an abundant amount of options to go with, so that you can see, you know, going, if you're saying at a, you know, what was it? If you're at a 6, you know, you can go to a 4.5 without dropping all the way to a 3 and then saying you don't feel anything. You know, that's a nice mid-range to where you still can get enough nicotine out of it, but not enough to where your body's going to go into like a withdrawal shock, so to speak. Like I said, it is a Max VG. It's a great company. These guys are amazing. You know, if you reach out to them, you can contact them directly on the website. You can email them. They're on Instagram. They're on Facebook. They're always quick to respond. They're always willing to talk about their company, what their juices entail, what they're trying to provide you, things like that. Great people. Labelings are pretty simplistic. You know, it's basically got the name here. It's got their logo. It's got all the warning and ingredient labeling. It's got the nic level, bottle size, Max VG. But I mean, everything that's supposed to be there is there, but they don't flood it, and it's not something that you look at and you just get lost in the design. It's pretty simple. They do have 2 lines, and I am working back and forth on doing reviews for them both. One is the August 8th line, which I'm Not Addicted is one of the flavors of that line. They also have another line called the 7 Chakras line, and like I said, I alternate between the 2 flavors. They are sent to me for the purpose of these reviews, but I do switch back and forth between them, so that I do have reviews for both lines to provide you guys out there. So definitely check them out, VanVal Vapor. You guys, it is a continued honor and privilege. Thank you so much for allowing me the ability to continue to do the reviews for you guys. But world, definitely check them out. They are a rock solid line, amazing people. If you don't see them in your local shop, if you haven't heard of them before, definitely try them. Recommend them to a shop. It is something different, but they are a rock solid line. Whether I like the flavor or not, every flavor that I have done a review on has stuck by what it's supposed to. They've vaped very well, and you know, they're enjoyable overall. But they offer enough of a wide range of flavors that pretty much everybody should be able to find something from this company that they can vape and make an all-day vape or a new all-day vape for themselves. So definitely check them out. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I can do myself to help further enhance your vaping experience and make it more enjoyable for you, it's the only reason why I do this. So definitely reach out to me and let me know if there's any questions, comments, concerns, a particular video that you'd like to see. I will do everything in my power to make that happen. But until next time, always remember, Morning, noon, or night does not matter. Always truly love yourself. Vape on, vape strong, guys. Have a good one.